What's going on, all my loyal Dragonites out there in the Dragon Den? King of Dragons 5000 is back with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Mezco 1/12 Collective Batman from the 1989 Batman film. After 3 years of waiting, we finally have the Mezco Batman in hand, but before we have a look at his details, we have to run through his accessories. Batman does come with 4 different facial expressions which all look really great. He also comes with 4 pairs of hands which all look really nice, and then we do get a variety of accessories such as 2 versions of his grapple gun. He comes with 4 batarangs, a smoke bomb, a shuriken, a time bomb, the remote control for controlling the Batmobile, and his zipliner. As well as getting 2 versions of his cape. We have a wire cape and then we have a standard no wire cape. Finally, he does come with a Mezco display stand as well as a Mezco flight arm. All great accessories that we saw in the film, so with his accessories out of the way, let's finally take a closer look at Batman. Mezco has done a great job with the presentation of this Batman. Utilizing a seamless body, this Batman has no visible joints present. Instead, he has a metal armature where his articulation points would be. Just taking a look at his head sculpt, this is one of Mezco's better heads. This actually looks like the Michael Keaton Batman. Impressive sculpting on his face and in his cowl. This does a really good job representing what we saw on screen. The defined brow, the long ears, and the really sharp nose. This is all you would expect out of the Michael Keaton Batman. And just like we saw in the movie, the bat symbol is attached to his cowl. The seamless body does a really good job capturing the look of the rubber suit that we saw on screen. The chest piece looks really accurate with all the muscle striations, and you can see where the armor ends and where it begins. We also get armor detail on the back of his costume. The armored segments on his arms also look really good. You can see them covering his bicep and a little bit of his forearm. And then we do have his gauntlets, which do have the spikes on the back of the arm, and then we have some armor plating on the top. He also has really great detail on his gloves. As seen in the movie, this Batman does sport a very bright yellow utility belt. The belt has a clip in the front and it also has some canisters on the side, so it's a very good belt on Batman. Then of course we have his padded armor on his legs, which doesn't have any muscle striation, but you can see the detail in it. Padded armor does cover the front and the back of his thighs, his kneecap, as well as the side of his calves. The sculpt work on the silicone body is really nice, but this figure also is sporting some plastic boots. We do have some armor plating on his boots. Right here in the front there is segmented armor, and on the back we don't have any type of plating on it. Then we do have some detail on his feet, so overall this Batman does look as you would expect the Michael Keaton Batman to look. I have to say, this is one of the better Michael Keaton Batmans out in the market, so let's actually get him compared to our usual suspects. We have him posed next to the Marvel Legends Cyclops and DC Multiverse Superman, WWE Elite Series and Mezco's 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man, the Lightning Collection White Ranger and Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally, we have him posed next to Mezco's 1/12 Collective Christopher Reeve's Superman. So Batman here is scaling really nice with all the figures in your collection. So with his comparisons out of the way, let's run through his articulation and how it functions. We do have a head that has movable eyes for Batman. His arms do go out to the side a full 90 degrees. Arms also move forward 90 degrees. 90-degree bend in his elbow, and we do have swivel at that same elbow joint. Standard ball hinge at his wrist. Double ball joint in his abdomen region. Ball jointed hips do kick forward 90 degrees. They also go out to the side 90 degrees. A single bend in the knee goes 90 degrees as well, and we do have rotation at that knee. And finally a double ball joint in his ankle. There is quite a bit of a learning curve to this Batman's articulation, but once you have it figured out, you can get him in a lot of great poses. So with his accessories, details, comparisons, and his unique articulation out of the way, let's wrap up this review with my final thoughts. The Mezco Michael Keaton Batman is a long time coming, and it's finally good to see this figure in hand. The seamless silicone body does give it that look and feel of the rubber suit that Michael Keaton wore in the film. All the accessories are accurate to the movie. There's not an accessory here that wasn't seen in the movie, so good job on Mezco including all these accessories. The fact that magnets hold his head in place is a really good call, and it keeps the figure with that same rigid look that we saw in the movie. The main downside to this figure is he is using a seamless silicone body with a metal armature for his frame. There have been reports of the metal frame breaking, and if you've never dealt with a seamless body figure, this is going to be very strange for you. Mezco also threw in some instructions with this figure and do recommend that you do not push the joints past 90 degrees. They also recommend that you do not keep this figure in poses for too long, because that may cause unnecessary wear on the seamless body. I can see how the seamless body is a turnoff for some collectors, but I do like what Mezco did with this figure. It's unique and it comes together really nicely. This Batman does take a while to figure out his articulation, but once you get it working, this figure is a very good piece to have in your collection. Unfortunately, if you were unable to pre-order this figure 3 years ago, you cannot get this figure on Mezco's website anymore. But if you're a fan of the original 1989 Batman movie, this is one figure that I really recommend you track down because he looks exactly as you would expect the Michael Keaton Batman to look. So with that being said, my loyal Dragonites, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other Mezco videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, and other goodies, and ring that bell so you never miss another video. Coming from the Dragon Den, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Be safe, take care, and I'll see you next time.